This is Out Loud and Laughing. What is up, chosen fam? And welcome back to the space where we keep it loud, keep it messy, and always keep it real. Today, we're joined by a man who essentially is the cinematographer of the modern queer soul. If you scrolled through Instagram and felt personally attacked by a sketch about ghosting or a boyfriend rescue shelter, you already know his face, but beyond the viral hits, he's a prolific filmmaker who's worked with A-list stars and has a knack for finding a heartbeat in every frame. Please welcome to the pod, the visionary, and our new favorite person, Matt Sparks. What's up, Matt?
Hey, thank you for having me. That's so sweet of you.
Oh,
Well, Matt, we are so pumped to have you here. But before we dive into all the Hollywood of it all and all your viral madness, how are we actually doing today?
tell us the tea.
I'm good. I'm good. I just baked some cookies, so my
What
apartment
type?
smells really
I was gonna
good.
say, give us more
Ube,
than that. What type?
like ube.
Ooh, oh,
Ooh,
you are so on trend.
I
Yeah.
know. Are they purple then?
Yeah, so there's a lot of purple like extract and spots around, but uh it's a really great smell, at least.
I listen, I'm here for it, and I wish you could waft some over this way, but unfortunately, we have not gotten that far in digital
We just
realm.
met.
We just met. You're gonna have to buy me dinner first before you give me your cookies.
Your waft.
My gosh. I'm interested though, honestly. Thank you for sharing your cookies with us, but I want to go back to I want to go back to the beginning of it all. I want to hear about some of your inspirations and some of the origin story. You've built this incredible career as a filmmaker and a creator, but where did that spark? Okay, the pun was fully intended there. Please start. Were you the kid in the backyard with a camcorder staging dramatic exits? You have to tell us, because or was it one of the things where industry just found you?
It pretty much that, yeah. I mean, I like was filming since I was like 6 or 7, I think. I had like my dad's VHS camera on my shoulder
Mm-hmm.
and was like editing with 2 VHS machines, like
Yeah,
play,
yeah, to
stop,
like
and
split
then
it.
I had like a karaoke machine with movie soundtracks, like Harry Potter and Star Wars, like plugged into the other like audio. So I was just like playing, stopping, and adjusting the volume. And then I remember like when my brother left the home 2nd grade, I upgraded to iMovie because I was able to take
Cool.
over his computer. So
Right.
yeah, so 2nd grade is when I went digital, and it's been digital ever since then.
And then where did you grow up exactly?
Colorado, like Southern
Colorado. Okay,
Colorado.
so not a very film like prolific place in that you weren't LA, New York. So you just had dreams to move at some point?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did, yeah. Yeah, I was always the only person really doing that, in the neighborhood, but I, like, made all my friends be in the movies,
Of course, you
like,
need
they're all the
yeah.
stars.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you need a cast for sure. Speaking of a cast, how many were you in terms of siblings? You mentioned you had an older brother, but how many of
Yeah, I
there
mean,
were you total?
I have 2 full brothers older than me, then I have a half brother younger, and then 2 younger step siblings,
Did that
and
dynamic
it was
sort of
kind
play?
of
Yeah.
yeah, like, my oldest brother, Tim, he was, like, the first to get into video, so, like, I was shadowing him, uh, in those early days, and he still works we work together now, so we're still doing it. And then they're 9 and 5 years older than me, my older brothers, and then younger is 9 years younger, so I was kind of, like, sandwiched in the middle between I was youngest first half of my life, oldest second half, and yeah, we were all put each other in our videos.
Lots of casting. And so we fast forward, we're going to get into the career of it all, but now you live in New York. So outside of careers, which we'll talk about in a second, personal life, who's Matt? What is he doing in Brooklyn?
I mean, I I work at home most of the time editing, so I am pretty domestic. Go to the gym, go out on the weekends, see friends, and maybe try I've been trying to go to more Broadway shows.
Ooh, which ones?
I feel like there's a lot of good ones right now. I wanna see Cats, I wanna see Maya Rudolph and Oh Mary, I wanna see
Yeah.
Rocky Horror, Titanic is on Broadway now.
Yes, doing really well too.
Yeah, no, so I have a long list, so I'm trying to get out more because I get stuck at home, but I try to travel, like, decent amount, so but yeah, that's That's me.
I love it. But I think like career wise, you sound like a hermit crab at home, which I am as well, and I love that, Matt. But you're working at home, and so you've worked with some serious heavy hitters in the industry, right? Like A-list talent, big sets, high stakes. Like Matt, you're a big deal. So, what is one thing about the big leagues of filmmaking that surprised you the most when you were finally in the room doing this?
So yeah, I mean, I have a production company with a couple friends and we were just working together all the time. We just like made it official. And like in the beginning, well, I was always doing it on my own. And like when you're a videographer, you're kind of just doing everything. And then over time, I kind of just specialized into post production, so editing. Like, so I'm at home probably like 70% of the time, like work wise. And occasionally I get to go to set. And I have been in those environments with like A-list and stuff, but it never quite feels like I guess to keep myself grounded, I just try and still feel like it's hang out with my friends making videos in our backyard. Like I just like try and mentally keep it like that. And that's still how it feels. And sometimes I like forget even like that I've worked with people because I'm just trying to like stay focused and not get in my head too much about it.
Well, the end
But
game can be so daunting too, right? Like sort of the expectations around the deliverable. And I think that's important to keep yourself grounded in the way that you just mentioned it. That's great advice.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes if I'm working on something high stakes, I like make sure I'm like editing in my most comfortable like pajamas or something that I would never wear outside just so I can kind of like have that contrast.
Yeah, lean
But
in.
I'm in sweats now, so I get it.
yeah, yeah, sweats all day.
Any favorite projects that your production company's worked on that come to mind or that you're able to speak of?
I think we just did like a big thing with H&M last
Okay,
Mm.
week, like this huge editing. Like I was actually there because like basically we're like editing the footage from this collection launch like as soon as it's happening. Um,
sick.
and we've done things like that a few times, and that's fun. But I think maybe one of my favorite things I've edited was this like short film, like a little dance film with Tilda Swinton
Okay.
and Julio Torres.
Mm.
Um, it was like for them magazine, but I think it was like what made it more special was I felt like I could really see myself in it and like I could
Yeah.
just have fun. Uh,
It was more of like an
and
artistic expression of your own.
yeah, yeah, it was directed by James Emmerman, who's a great photographer, and it was like very leaning into dance, which a lot of what Taboo does, the production company, what I do is in dance and music. So like really played into my strengths, which was fun.
So there's like that professional side, but then how would you explain your social side? Because I kind of want to segue into this one project that you did, and it cracks me up. It's your 60 minutes parody on ghosting. It hit home for so many people, including myself. First of all, it like treated dating like a crime, and it was sort of like. Put on the backdrop. I'm sort of sharing for our listeners. It sort of shared like this in a style of a federal investigation. It almost threw you in the spotlight at one point. I mean, it was amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about that project?
Thank you. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I like started experimenting with like some AI stuff just on the side and posting it on my TikTok, and I didn't expect anything from it. It was just like for my friends, and then a few of them went viral, and then for a few months I was like, should I put this on Instagram? Like I'm not sure cuz I think like since there's so much of my professional work on there, I was a little bit nervous of like crossing.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I feel like people can handle multiple lanes, and like I don't think we need to like I don't want to so self police my work or feel like I need to put off some sort of image. But anyway, so I started posting them on Instagram and they were doing well, and it kind of just like became this sandbox on the side to just experiment and like have fun. And I watch a lot of like news and I feel like old people news, like 60
Yeah.
Minutes and CBS Sunday mornings, and I never thought that would like come in handy or turn into anything. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, so basically, yeah, I wanted to parody that and kind of just threw myself in there.
It was hysterical, like, the serious nature of the interview and, and then they call you out by saying, "You've been caught doing this too. It was 5:42 AM, and you have this man suddenly, like, coming to your apartment, and you're sitting there ass up, and the door was locked." That was like, I died laughing. That was just too good. Like, it was brilliant writing outside of even if it was just using AI, which is also difficult to do, I can imagine the prompting, but, great work, great work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, because you've also done other things, right? Like the Future Boyfriend Rescue Shelter, like also very funny. Touches a little bit upon the collective queer exhaustion of looking for, the one. But when it comes to writing some of these sketches, Matt, like, is some of this coming from a personal place of like dating PTSD? Like, I want the real on that, or is this just like something you're just observing in our community?
No, I mean, it's for sure based on personal stuff. I mean, I felt like
Tell
if
us
I was
more,
gonna
Matt. Tell us
do
more.
I mean, if I was gonna do a ghosting video, I can't pretend like I've never done it.
Yeah.
And I'm the
That's
type of
honest.
person like I get so frustrated of like being ghosted. I'm very much like I guess type A communication style. Like I just need clarity. Like I'd rather you just say no than ghost.
100%.
um but yeah, I mean, I felt like it doesn't really feel like funny when I'm making it because I feel like I'm taking it seriously. And when I'm
Is it
like
like therapy?
writing it and putting it a little bit, yeah, because it's like exploring this thing that frustrates me and kind of like defines it in a way, then I could kind of like tuck it away and move on a little bit. That's at least how the process feels.
When you're doing that, then how do you know where the jokes are? Like, what calls to you in that process? Because if you're so close to it and you're feeling sort of that personal, like, where does the joke live in there for you?
I
Is it just
saw
the
like
irony? Like, I don't
Mm,
know.
I saw an interview with Steve Carell recently where he was like, somebody who's in a comedy doesn't think they're in a comedy or like they don't think
Mm,
their world is comedic, So it's like they just are taking it fully seriously. And I guess that's how I always, if I'm going to do something comedic, like I don't want it to like go in feeling like I'm trying to be funny. Like I want it to more come from the situation.
that's
Um,
brilliant.
and it's kind of like just, I don't know, just leaning into my thoughts about it. And uh, yeah, I don't like, not sure if I answered, but
No,
mm,
you actually did because, when you just said about, leaning into your thoughts, um, on top of like just trying to capture this human experience, which is actually the joke, right? Like it
mhm.
lives in that.
mhm.
I'm interested to know, you know, when you're putting that away, like how do you sort of protect yourself and sort of come back down to what feels like a baseline, especially when your face and your personal observations are the product. Do you ever like feel pressured to be on or funny when you're just trying to bag groceries, for example?
I mean, not really. I mean, I feel like I have to like part of it is being vulnerable, and that's what makes it stronger. And I think that kind of helps me again, like formalize my idea on something. Like, and it kind of helps me feel more confident, I guess, weirdly. Like it's by putting yourself out there. So it puts it puts like a layer of protection over something that previously didn't have that, I guess. Um, so like next time I'm ghosted, I could point to my my video
Exactly.
about it. But yeah, I mean, I never really think of myself as that funny, which was funny when people were thinking the videos were funny. It was just kind of
Yeah.
something unexpected that I kind of found in myself. But um, yeah, I
Do you
guess, and I or sorry, go ahead.
do you find other people in your family funny? Like, does it come from like your upbringing, or does it sort of just come from the like the ironies of the world?
Uh, I I mean, my family's funny, but I wouldn't say we're like it's laugh out loud funny.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, like I guess yeah, the ironies of the world. Um, and yeah, just trying to. I mean, I think there's something kind of uh like exploring contradictions is interesting. I think, and I think there's something kind of inherently funny about just like exploring that. You know,
If what like because you've been working in this industry for a little bit, what are like the top 3 celebrities you loved working with? Name drop,
I
Matt.
this is so I before I was like doing video full time, I like I did freelance photography, and I
Mhm.
was like RuPaul's meet and greet photographer
Mm,
at a drag con a couple years.
That's fun.
And that was very interesting. And he is like an insane workaholic. And
yeah.
like I remember we took like 1 10-minute break, and I was like for like 7 hours or something like that. And he drank a smoothie. Then that was his
That's
break. And it was like so emotionally intense because all these people were meeting their hero for the first time. And I don't know how he managed that like high intensity. And I was a smoker at the time, so I was just like itching to like
Yeah.
yeah,
have like a smoke break. It was a long day.
that sounds
But
intense.
his like work ethic was crazy, and also just like the energy to be. He was constantly on with every single person and like really listening. Um, that was yeah. So I always like admire that. Um, we had a shoot with Martha Stewart once on her
I like
estate,
that.
and that was kind of crazy. It was kind of the short safe to say version was like her staff was very much like Devil Wears Prada, like
Mm,
making this image of her. And we were all so terrified. There was like a PDF ahead of time of just things not to say or do.
I believe this.
And then, but then she was like super chill and she was so nice. She sat at our table, but I think they were like, somebody was like, oh, yeah, she just loves being around young gay men. So,
Yeah.
kind
And
of it.
Snoop Dogg.
She's at
I
home.
think, and Snoop Dogg, yeah. But so I think she was kind of that way that she was portrayed to her staff, but luckily she wasn't to us. Um,
Listen,
and
she surrounds
then
herself with people who are the bad cop and do the work for her, so she can just show up and be nice. I love that.
yeah. Um, and then I guess the third, like we worked with Casey Musgraves once,
Oh,
and I didn't really interact with her, but the coolest part was she like live recorded the soundtrack for the video for us. So it was like in a separate room, and they just handed her a guitar, and she did all these just like riffs, and
Nice.
so it's nice to have that on a hard drive.
that's kind of epic.
But
I love it. No, thank you, Matt. We really appreciate the deep dive, but we do have a ritual here before we let you go. Is we
Uh-oh.
need to get into our, and well, not into our, more your subconscious. So no
okay,
overthinking, just the first thing that hits your brain. It's time for this or that, and we're calling it the director's cut edition. You
Yeah.
ready?
It's time for another round of this or that, the unhinged get to know you game.
yes,
Okay, I'll go first. Meeting at a premiere or meeting at a dive bar?
a dive bar for sure. I
Okay,
love
in
dive
Brooklyn
bars.
or in Manhattan?
Uh, I, I either I think yeah,
Okay, you just
like
want a good drink.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brian's giving you the advanced version of this or that with some choices over here.
Some choices.
I love it. Are you acting in front of the lens or directing from behind it?
Uh, directing for sure. I think yeah, the 60 minutes I did record some of that like with actual me, and that was interesting. But I felt like I just had to for
Well,
that
that one
to do
and
it. But
you for sale at the pound, which was also hysterical.
yeah, that one, the comments on that one are like crazy.
Crazy. I went through the comment section immediately.
And this
Yeah.
kind of scares me how many people should say I should be neutered. But
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, do you prefer scruff or no scruff?
I mean, I think scruff.
But do you prefer that on your men? What do you prefer?
Probably, yeah.
You
Yeah.
like a little hair. Okay.
Well,
Manly.
guys guy.
I would lean more that way.
All right, let's cut to the chase here. Are you a butt guy or a chest guy?
I like both. I'm pretty
Same.
50-50, but I think in my 20s, I never really noticed butts. And then
Fair.
I just kind of like got turned on to it more.
We change. We're
later.
evolving beings.
Yeah, I don't know what. I was like really missing out. But so I'm into both.
It's fine. You can make up for last time, Matt.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Do you prefer like the NYC grit or the LA polish?
I'm not so familiar with LA. I've been there a few times, but I would say New York for sure.
You strike me as a New York for sure, like me. I lived in LA for a little bit, and I like the
Okay.
New York City energy and the grit.
Yeah,
It's a
the
vibe.
vibes at LA.
Is like NYC scruff and like LA no scruff then to some degree? I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
LA has no hair. Yeah, they're waxing everything.
That's what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a look.
That's my impression at least.
All right, Matt. This next one gets such polarizing responses. So we're going to throw it over the fence to you. Are you a shower guy or a bath guy?
I like forget that I have a bath, but I should explore it more. I bathe like on vacation, I think, but shower is usually what I do.
Who's got time?
I do. I love a
Yeah,
bath.
me
Okay.
too.
Matt, you are now in the sports world. You are playing baseball. Are you pitching or catching in the game?
I liked both. Yeah,
You
pretty
like to play all the
50-50.
positions?
Yeah,
Okay.
all
Yeah.
positions. Yeah,
Shortstop
in
in
the
the
same
house.
game.
John is a shortstop.
In the same game, he says. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, as you should. Listen, it's 9
Yeah.
innings, Sean.
Yeah. Really giving us the umpire.
Didn't land.
Didn't land. Sorry. Dad jokes. Dad joke alert. Do you prefer being the muse or being the mastermind?
I get mastermind. Yeah. I don't
Listen,
know how to
but
be
you are.
amused.
You
Gotta
kind of
know
are.
your
Yeah.
lane. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, this was such a blast. Thank you for being so vulnerable with us and for giving our chosen fam a reason to laugh at the absurdity of our own lives.
Where can the fam find you, Matt, and watch your latest films and join the rescue shelter for future boyfriends?
So I would say Instagram is probably the best place. It's MDOT Sparks, and Matt Sparks is my name.
We're following.
Amazing. Well, thank you for listening, chosen fam. Stay loud, stay laughing, and for the love of God, stop ghosting people. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
This was Out Loud and Laughing.
We're available everywhere you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, or wherever.